Hello. Microphone check, DVD, are you there?
I am here.
Okay.
So.
Hello everyone in chat, hello and welcome to Isabel. Hello SRD, thank you for the middle finger, always appreciated. I want to start with, hello Ansin, how are you today? Tell me, how's it going today, Ansin? Really interesting. The first time that I hear something interesting about you, Ansin. Really cool. I don't want to interrupt you, Ansin, sorry, but how are you, DVD?
I'm doing great, thanks for asking. Glad you're good too, Ansin.
Yeah, calm down, Ansin. Don't say that to DVD. Just because it's German, you don't need to say that. Thank you, Ansin, please. Okay, we don't know where the fuck is Ansin. Probably is having like power supply problems because this week was like having those problems, but hey, we don't give a fuck about Peruvian people here. They finally got rid of the Peruvian, about time. Yeah, we were about to ask Blake if she wanted to join the podcast. It's much better than the Peruvian. Hey Janskita, hey Sashki, hello everybody, hello. So, I have a question for you, DVD. I was thinking about doing this every time we start the podcast. Do you have any game that the last week, like, you know, something new that you want to play, or new game that you played and stuff like that?
Apparently not, actually. I was working most of the time, but I was thinking about... Holy fuck. Wait a second.
Don't worry. Meanwhile, Ansin is gonna talk. Tell me, Ansin, how's it going? Shut up, Ansin. Continue.
Well, I was thinking about playing the latest Ori game, Ori and the Willow of the Wisps.
Oh, cool.
But I'm not finished with the first game yet, so I scrapped that idea pretty quickly. But yeah, both games are pretty good. Can highly recommend.
Yeah, I never played it. I need to give it a try. Looks kinda cool, but never tried it. I need to try it. Well, Anskita, we don't know. Probably Ansin is dead. Probably some mafia in Peru killed him because he's a drug dealer or something. We don't know. We really we waited. We messaged him and he's not here. So if he joins later, I will be mad because I need to rearrange all the cameras, and it was a fucking pain to rearrange cameras. But I guess we start. So once again, hello everyone, and welcome to the Abandonware Podcast. I hope you have a great day, and we have a topic. Today's topic, I hope you can read, but today's topic is video game series that went wrong. So what we want to talk about today is not only that went wrong maybe, but also as, you know, our favorite gaming series that had some problems or, you know, kind of trouble to get out from... I don't know, video game series, guys, come on. Do I need to explain anything else? And as always, we start with DVD. And unless Ansin want to say something. Ansin, do you want to say something? No. Okay, good. So DVD. Tell me.
Well, there's one game series that is a pretty like an easy pick, but I'm not going for it because Mike is going to talk about that game or the game series too. So I will let that for you because you can do that better. The second series that came into my mind when I think about a game series that went very, very wrong, it's, of course, it has to be Borderlands.
Oh shit.
I've played Borderlands 1, 2, and the pre-sequel, and they are pretty good games for what they are, like a very, very good co-op experience. But in the third game, it's actually the fourth game, they made some decisions that I can't really I can't understand why they changed it like that. For example, if you have a game that is about getting loot, getting experience points and like items that are legendary and very rare and pretty strong, then the first two games are very, very good. You will get legendary items with a chance of like it felt like 0.1%. It's very, very rare to get an item that is powerful, that is legendary. Like there is some gimmick to it. But they completely scrapped that in Borderlands 3, and all of a sudden you gain legendaries by just playing 3 hours or something. Like with a chance of 60%. It felt like it. And that is pretty weird to play because legendaries meant to be the best items you can get in a game. Maybe you will collect them, maybe you will like trade them with other people while playing. Hence the term that they are very rare and pretty strong most of the time. But they've added so many legendary items into Borderlands 3 that you can't even store everything in your vault, in your inventory, and in your private storage thingy.
So basically, they gave you so much shit that there's no sense. They are not legendary anymore. They are just basic weapons.
Yeah, pretty much. When I think about Borderlands 2, which is in my count the best of all those games, the legendaries were always pretty good, even though they are underleveled. Like you are level 31 and you gain a legendary weapon that is 21. It's still pretty good because it has some gimmick that is so strong that it easily can compete with your enemies that are like 2 levels or 3 levels above you. But in Borderlands 3, all those legendaries are very, very underwhelming, to say the least. They are not powerful enough, in my opinion. And as I said, it's something like let's say you play a Diablo game. It don't have to be a Diablo game itself, but maybe a clone that is better than Diablo. I don't know.
Diablo Mobile, maybe.
Yeah, Diablo. Diablo Reforged. And it's all about getting those very, very neat items, all those legendaries. Especially when you are max level, then you need all those legendaries just to collect them and feel good. But it's like a neck-breaking decision to flood the game with legendaries that don't do shit most of the time. And that pretty much killed it for me. I mean, there were things in the first, or I can't remember if it was in the first game of Borderlands, but they added it in Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel. You can get some codes by the developers over their not their Twitch, their Twitter and their Facebook account. All those little like 25-digit codes. You can punch them in your game, and then you get some golden keys to open a loot crate. And you can get new items from there, and those items are at least rare, but they can be a legendary in there.
Oh shit.
So that was still a very bad decision in my book, because the game is all about getting that huge loot, that good loot, and you can get it for free by basically following them on Twitter or Facebook. And that is not what a game like this is meant to be played, in my opinion.
No, because I mean, it's fucking stupid. It looks like a marketing move, you know, like if you follow me, I'm gonna give you some good shit. But it kind of ruins the feel of the game, doesn't it? Like, if it's a game all about dropping, basically, like if you drop a good weapon, you blah blah blah, doesn't make any sense to. I mean, that's the same problem as the freemium game where, oh look, it's good, but you can buy these and you can have all the weapon you want. Yeah, I understand you.
Yeah, pretty much. I wanted to say something about the microtransaction shit in Borderlands 3, but I will cut that out because it's one of the most humiliating things you can ever put into your single play or potential single player game.
If you want, maybe you can just a little rant if you want. I will not stop you.
I mean, dude, what the fuck? Like,
just a little rant. What the fuck?
like you can't add something like that into your single player full price game, dude.
Yeah.
What the fucking shit? So yeah, that was it pretty much. But one thing aside, the story is pretty bad in the third game, in my opinion. In the first games, there was Handsome Jack, which was a villain that was believable. He was an asshole most of the time. They built them up pretty good, and then they shoved up the pre-sequel game, which further explains the background of him joining that organization and stuff. It was pretty good. It was a very, very good villain, and you start hating him over those 3 games. But in the third game, in Borderlands 3, they've added a new couple of villains that are weird and they were not good, and the story is bad.
I'm not familiar with the story. I never played it.
Yeah, that's not a big problem, dude. In my opinion, the story in Borderlands 3 is not worth mentioning. But one thing I have to say is there are especially 2 characters, friendly characters, in the Borderlands 2 game, which was Mordecai and Tiny Tina. You don't have to know them. They are pretty much like main characters for most of the game, and even in the DLCs. They have their own personalities. Tiny Tina is like a maniac little girl that blows shit up. And Mordecai is a drunk sniper with a bird as a friend. It was very, very hilarious when I first saw them. But in the Borderlands 3 game, they are just like side quest characters that nobody gives a shit about in that game. But I don't know, you can't build up characters that are so good and just shove them down the line with fucking fetch quests in your full priced, I don't know, $70 game with microtransactions and shit. I mean, come on.
Did they change the developer of it, or is just they changed the idea on how to develop the game?
I think they just changed the way they want to develop the game. I think it's just it's still Gearbox and 2K.
Oh, Gearbox, fuck.
Is it Gearbox though? I think so. Gearbox. Yeah, I think it's Gearbox. Yeah, that's a tough one, right?
I have weird feelings with Gearbox.
I can only imagine, dude. So yeah, what about you? What was one of your games that?
Oh well, because you left it to me, and we already ranted a little bit about it, But my first pick is gonna be for sure fucking Tony Hawk series. They destroyed my little baby, one of my favorite games. They treated it like a piece of crap, and I hated it. Jesus Christ. It was such a beautiful game series until probably the chapter that really showed to us fans that something was changing was American Wasteland or Underground 2. Already, if I think about the game series until Underground 2, it was like a skate game. From Underground 2, I smell like I smell something wrong in here. When I saw the story and I was like, okay, kinda cool, hello Freeman, kinda cool, a little bit of story with skaters maybe can work. Then American Wasteland came out and I saw fucking BMX and parkour and I was like, okay, It's like adding water to a soup, but okay, I can do it. After that, it's just a fucking roller coaster made of shit. Like, look at this new Tony Hawk game. Yes, give it to me. And then a fucking downhill into a pile of shit, all in your mouth while you are screaming, terrorized by the game. You're like, eating shit. Like, that fucking... what was the name? The Tony Hawk game that came out with the board. Ride?
Oh, right, yeah.
Porco dio. What the fuck is wrong with the developers? What the actual fuck is wrong with the developers in there? Like, that was probably the worst controller ever. I saw some videos and that controller simply doesn't fucking work. And if you are a skater, it works even less because you are like, okay, I'm not a skater, but I know the tricks, I know how to perform those. So when I looked at it, I was like, okay, how do you perform a kickflip? In real life, you like pop on the tail and move your feet on the angle and you flip the board. In this game, you fucking push the board a little bit up and you turn the board. It's not a kickflip, it's a 180 only. What the fuck are you fucking trying me to do, Jesus Christ? Fucking grind were bullshit. Like, I am even supposed to fail the grinds in Tony Hawk Ride. How do I fail those? Manual were programmed by a monkey, probably. That was totally crap. And everything went badly. I mean, I totally forgot about the series until they announced Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. I don't want to say that loud because it makes me want to puke. When I saw Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5, I was like, yes, they are back on track. Finally, they understand that what we really want is the old arcade Tony Hawk. I don't give a fuck about your peripherals. I don't give a fuck about Tony Hawk Downhill. I want the old arcade game where I do the fucking 4 kickflip to board slide to dark slide to crook 360 out to manual to fucking 1 million combo, 2 million combo, 10 million combo. And then Robomodo joined the party.
Yeah.
Fucking Robomodo. Guys that make games for fucking cell phones, for your smartphone. And you give them the power to make a video game for computer? What the fuck is wrong with you, Activision? I mean, then I'm pretty sure the DVD have a lot to rant about Activision Blizzard, but I want to start with this because what the fuck is wrong? Jesus, you had such an experience in your life. You saw how the fucking game was iPad since then. And you totally changed the game. You had a good, really fucking great physics in the game. No, let's scrap it. We don't care about that. We want a new game. Let's make this physics that feels like bullshit. And then let's add new stuff like if you are flying, but you press, I don't remember, maybe it was Control on PC. Your skater will drop down from air. I don't know what fucking law of physics was that, but you press this button and your skater will drop down like shit from the air and slam every single piece of the fucking skate park or level. No! Fucking no, that's not what I want, Jesus Christ. And then I saw fucking Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2X remastered HD quality top. And still Robomodo is there. Like, after you failed the first game, why you do another game with this company? Like, if I was a company, video game company, I give you one chance. I can understand that sometimes you can fuck up the stuff, so maybe I can give you another chance, but you already worked on it and you fuck it up. You're out. But no, Activision, bling bling, money. Let's make more money. And fucking trolls people like me and DVD that are big fans of the series. Also, Activision, fuck you. I fucking downloaded your game, never brought it, so you don't have my money. And now we are at the end of the Tony Hawk era, where I really hope Dude, I will cry if it's shit. If Tony Hawk 1+2 is shit, dude, I'm out. I will fucking kill myself. I'm joking, Twitch. I will not kill myself. It's just a joke. But god damn it, I saw the trailer for the last one. I saw the gameplay and really feels like it's a good game. And also I saw that they talked with the old not Activision, what was the other company? Fuck, I forgot about those. Neversoft, sorry.
Neversoft, yeah.
They talked with the Neversoft guy and they asked them like, okay, we did this, it's not working, what we can do? And Neversoft employer were so cool to help those guys basically for free because it was just suggestion, you know? And so, yeah, right now I really fucking hope that that they are gonna do something good with that game.
Yeah.
Okay, before passing to the next video game series, we have a message from Anskita that says one of my favorite video game series is Mass Effect, but they fucked it all up. I'm not a big fan of Mass Effect. I don't know, DVD, did you play it?
I've never played a Mass Effect game at all. I just know that that it has very, very much to do with character interaction, and with those like controversial cutscenes. But I mean, in my playgroup, they always call it Ass Effect because it's like all about the butt, right? But I think it was a great game from what I can from what I heard, especially the second game, I guess. But the newest are weird, I guess.
Yeah, so Anskita, if you want to say why they fucked it up, well, we are here. Explain to us why they fucked up the game. So, your turn, DVD. Basically, we are playing chess today. It's me versus you, naming shitty games, the shitty series. So your turn now.
Well, I want to say another thing about Tony Hawk.
Go. Sorry.
Especially the Robomoto thing.
Fuck.
I mean, if you are a company that like you have an employee, like Robomoto, and he will. Or he shits onto your table for the first time. That was the HD remastered with that fucking $30 revert trick DLC, which is a fucking joke.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. That's a fucking disgrace to anybody who has made a good DLC. Like, like what the fuck? And then they search for another guy who will make the fifth game, the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5, and there are some people that want to work for you, but you are a company like Activision that thinks, we have this guy already who shat on my table the last time, like pulled down the pants, just shat it out with a $30 price tag for a fucking DLC. And you have maybe some unknowns, some freelancers, that might know the older games and know why they are good, and maybe they could have did it, right? I mean, making an arcade game, especially in a series that went on for like, I don't know, like 11 games.
Yeah, probably more.
Yeah, probably more with many ups and downs.
Yeah.
I mean, the first game, the very, very first game of Tony Hawk was not that big of a thing, right? I think it was the second game that really caught on and hit the nerve of the time.
Yes, because of all the bullshit cool stuff that they added, like the manual, the big drop that if you jump from too high, your skater will slam unless you press only when it hit the ground. That's why it catch up with the fans. Still my favorite one.
Yeah, mine too. On par with Underground 2 and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, to be honest. All great games.
Yeah, I guess it's like all the fan base split up between Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 and Underground because are the two games that added a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like in Underground, there was the revert, the acid drop, the caveman, all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, there's a response from
Oh,
Skater.
okay. Sorry, I was rolling a cigarette. Let's add it. Chat. Okay, there we are. They made the decision making very big things in Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. Your decision is the game will decide if you beloved people will die or not. Spoilers. But in the third game, the ending is 99% the same. Whatever you do, making the world, every decision is important thing. Oh, okay.
Oh,
I understand. Basically, it gives you the illusion to have freedom of selection of stuff, but it's just an illusion.
Yeah, I mean that pretty much cancels it all out, right? I mean, if your game is all the first two games are about making decisions, changing your like character development, and maybe even the story itself, and then they just kick it out the door, and the ending is 99% the same. That's like that's not what the game is about. Yeah, it's pretty much like a lack of maybe of knowledge why your first two games were pretty good and well received. I don't know.
Oh, same. I don't really know because I didn't watch Mass Effect much. Like, they sold me, like one of my friends told me, oh, Mass Effect is one of the best horror game ever. I saw the trailer and I was like, dude, fuck you and your fucking taste on video games. I don't give a fuck. It was everything but horror. It was a fucking shooter with stuff in, I don't know. Never liked it. What about you, Ansin? Tell us, what do you think about Mass Effect, Ansin? Oh, very interesting. Shut the fuck up. DVD, go.
You just watched the sex cutscenes.
Oh, okay. Typical Peruvian stuff. Yeah. You just fop to the ass. It's pretty logic.
To the alien lady ass or something like that.
No, sorry. What, Ansin? Only on the male one, not the female alien? Oh, okay. Yeah. I understand.
Dude, he's going to hate us for this.
Well, fuck him. I mean, fuck you, Ansin. You are not here. We can bully you how much as we want today.
Yeah.
Worth it, yeah.
So, my next game, I thought it would be pretty interesting to add a racing game into the mix, because I'm not too familiar with racing games, but I've played one racing game like very, very, like, how can you say that? Like, I was very excited to play the third game of this, and I just got kicked in the balls. This game is the Flat Out series.
Oh, Jesus, fucking good.
I've played the first two games, and I really, really loved the second game. It was so fucking great. The physics work as intended. The cars look very good. The derby stuff was great. It was a very, very good game, but it was a tough one in the story. Like 50% in, you get kicked in the rear pretty good. At some point. But then they announced the third game. It was Chaos and Destruction or something like that. Like, what a fucking shitty side title that is. Like, Chaos and Destruction. Yeah, duh. It's a flat out game. It's like calling the new Tony Hawk game like Skate and Be Red and roll and do kickflip and stuff.
Yeah. Doesn't make any sense, yeah.
Yeah, it was a disaster. It was a buggy piece of shit. They totally scrapped the physics of the first two games, and it was not playable. It was glitchy. It was not fun to play. Most of the time, you start the race and you just slam into the next tree because the steering won't work. It was not a good game for what it was. it was a disaster. And then they've announced the fourth game, Flat Out 4 Total Insanity, was it? Again, a fucking stupid side title, dude. Total Insanity, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like the title doesn't make any sense. But the game itself, it was a lame disappointment. There were so few cars for a fucking racing game. I don't know how many, but there were not that many for the fourth game in the series. You get hit by invisible obstacles.
Oh.
Like you are racing a good race, you are at first place, and then you just slam into nothing and lose the race, or maybe even get destroyed. There was a destroy meter in the first two games, even in the casual races. So you could lose out of nowhere pretty much in the fourth game, in my opinion. Again, the shitty physics went back, so you can't play the game. Like, what? And the thing that really like kicked me in the ass with the fourth game is that many of the levels, especially the forest levels, they look very like they were pretty much copycats from the second game. And as I said, the second game was a very good game. It was a pretty brilliant game, to say the least, but they just pretty much copied the levels into their fucking shitty mechanic physics racing game that you can't play because the physics are so bad. And then that was the script. I mean, if they will announce a fifth game, I think the fourth game came out in fall 2017. I won't play it. It's all over, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm watching. I have on video right now the gameplay of the 4 one. What the fuck? It's fucking Need for Speed. Where's the damage?
Yeah, as you can see, the fucking physics are all over the place. It's not a racing game. It's not a derby game. It's just, I don't know, like a sandbox. Look at my fucking car. I can drive on the walls. Like, I don't know. It was a disaster, in my opinion.
And even there, it's kind of similar to Tony Hawk. Like, why the fuck you change stuff that works perfectly?
Yeah, pretty much.
Doesn't make any fucking sense. I stopped with Flat Out 2, and I was smelling bullshit even there, because there was no real person but the fucking mannequin, the crash test dummy. And I was like, why? It's a fucking video game. I mean, I don't understand, but the number 2 was cool. I played it. The Flat Out 1 and 2 really were fun.
Yeah. Also, hey Zoomer Kedin.
Oh yeah, where is Ansin? Ansin is dead, probably. Apparently died, so rip Ansin.
Yeah.
And what do you think, by the way, about what the fuck was the name? Wreckfest is from the same developer, I guess.
It looked pretty promising when I first saw that, but I lost attention off of it for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe I was busy playing some other game, but I saw the gameplay trailers and stuff, and it looked pretty good. And it is well received, I guess. Maybe I can...
Kinda, but I don't feel the same. Like, I saw Smiler Bull, a guy that sometimes is in chat, playing it, and I don't know, the damage, the physics looks really good. But the driving, I need to try it for saying bullshit about it, but the driving doesn't look really great like the first two. So I'm not sure about it. I don't have really an opinion.
Okay.
No, SRD, no. Not my fault at all.
Alright, your next game, I guess.
Oh, well, what will I choose? Let me see. We did Tony Hawk. Let's start with something a little bit that tilts me, but not that much. Max Payne. It makes me cry a little bit. I was a big fan of Max Payne. One of my favorite games of my childhood. When I saw the fucking bullet time, I was like, whoa, better than Matrix already. Fuck movies, this video game is better. All the fucking story and all the gameplay, everything, I loved it. And even Max Payne 2, I loved it less. It was not my favorite one, but yeah, even the second one was kind of great. And then we went in a really bullshit third chapter of the game, in my opinion. Again, basically, what tilts me more is that basically Max Payne is noir, okay? Everyone says that Max Payne is a noir story, okay? I feel like the first one is noir, but in a really more dark way, okay? It's it really messes up with your feelings. The second one is literally a noir movie. Really gives you some emotion and all the story behind Mona. All the fucking story was so great for me. Not great as the first one, but it was kind of cool. So you make me the first game dark, let's call it dark. The second game noir, and then you make me the third game where Max Payne is a fucking fat fuck without any fucking hairs that fight crime in Brazil. No, why? The cool stuff, what I really loved about the first two Max Payne is that Max Payne was a fucking piece of shit. He was no one, he was no hero. I remember there was also a line on the first Max Payne where it says, I'm not a hero. I just want my revenge, my family died, I'm fucking pissed off, I don't want to be a hero, I don't want to save the world. And then you make the third one when it looks like, I don't know, fucking Schwarzenegger fighting crime. No, that's not what I was looking for. Without those fucking colors, like the first two Max Payne, the colors are really dark, really, it gives you the mood of something is going really bad. In the third one, you are just one random hero. You are basically it's GTA without cars. You are like, oh yeah, I am Max Payne, I am cool, haha, kill people. No, that's not the real Max Payne. And in that I understand the faults behind the stuff. Even if, actually, let me also put the gameplay. Payne, okay. Even if, sorry. Okay. The guy who made the game, aka Sam Lake, and all the Remedy company, like had a, they had, sorry, I am like fucking up looking at the video, okay. They made like a contract with Rockstar for the second one, and the contract was like, we give you money to make Max Payne 2, but then you totally sell to me the game, and we make Max Payne 3, and you will not get anything out of it. And unfortunately, Remedy accepted it, the deal. Worst thing ever, in my opinion. And even Sam Lake didn't trash talk Max Payne 3. The only thing that he said, probably it's because, you know, political stuff, like you don't trash talk other companies and such. But he said like, yeah, they turned out the game in a really weird way. It's not what we expected from the Max Payne series, but it was kinda cool. No, Sam, no, I love you, but you are wrong there. No, that's totally not. It's the worst. It's the worst finish of the Max Payne era. In my opinion, we need a Max Payne 4 written by Sam Lake again. Because Max Payne 3 was not written by Sam Lake, and Remedy had nothing to do with the game. So it was just Rockstar saying, shooting is cool, bullet time, kill people, and I really hated it. I really hated it. They ruined my Max Payne love with that. Unfortunately, I didn't like the other games from Sam Lake. Like Alan Wake, I didn't enjoy that much. Even if the story is fucking great, but the gameplay is not really the best, probably, or something like that. But yeah, and I blame myself because right, it's been a few weeks that I don't like Rockstar anymore. But I must expect that because you know all the stuff they did already. But yeah, so yeah.
Yeah.
The other game was Max Payne 3 that unfortunately didn't went good. I mean, what the fuck were... I will just fucking ranting at this point, so... I will just stop. Max... that series was really fucked up and... didn't like it. I don't know. Did you play any... I mean, I'm pretty sure you played Max Payne, but did you play the third one?
I've never played the third one. At least in Germany, it was very, very well received by the critics. For whatever reason, I was like, ugh, again, like a bullet time shooter stuff. I mean, the second game we could see some footage that you showed up in the stream. Like the writing in this game was so fucking brilliant. It was so good. The writing, the dialogues, even the facial expressions in those cutscenes, it was like it was on another stratosphere. Like you can't compare it to anything else, in my opinion. It was written, like the dialogue was written like a real, like if there's a professional storyteller behind that. Like the words he used to express something, we plebs would use another word, like some common stuff, but he is talking like a really, really good storyteller. And as you said, he was nothing. Like he was a guy who was like into painkiller and stuff. I think in the beginning of the third game they pretty much acknowledged it, like as some kind of a like an Easter egg or something, that the people who played the first two games ate so many of those painkillers that he got addicted to it or something. But this second game was so unique in the way it was written, in the way it looked, even the cutscenes, that it was hard, in my opinion, to get it a step further up. And what they did was like pretty much like reuse everything and try to maximize that whole bullet time stuff that was so unnecessary, in my opinion, because it makes the game pretty easy, right? I mean, you use that bullet time, it looks stupid. It's just jumping from left to right in slow-mo. So I was not caught by it, but as I said, in Germany it was pretty well received for whatever reason.
It was it was well received, but basically everywhere, as I saw. The Metacritic and stuff was pretty good, because probably it's not a bad game. I mean, if you take it and you analyze it as a game as itself, it's not bad. I mean, it's a shooter, 3D, the third-person shooter. It's cool. But you really need, I mean, critic really need to understand that it's a series. If that game was called not Max Payne, but I don't know, Mike Max Went Gay 1, I would accept it. It's a game about a guy that shoot people, okay. But if you call it Max Payne 3, it's not really Max Payne 3, in my opinion. Of course, we are ranting about our opinion, not... So yeah, I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good like, yeah, a pretty good analysis, actually. Like, it's, if it would have been called, I don't know, like, as you said, Mike is gay and he's a stupid fucker, I would have bought that game actually for $60.
Hey, I didn't say stupid fucker. That's the DLC.
That was the DLC, yeah. That was like the pre-sequel or something. I don't know. Like Mike Max Reforged. So, yeah, that was a very good keyword. That if they would have called it not Max Payne, it would have been like, I don't know, like a game like everything else. Maybe even a copycat of Max Payne, right? Because of that bullet time stuff. Yeah, but I will continue with my next game if I may.
No, wait. Ansin wanted to say something. Ansin,
Oh yeah.
what do you think about Max Payne 3? Tell us. Oh, well, Ansin, you know, the painkillers, you take it orally, not behind. So, no, you're wrong, Ansin. Sorry. We will let DVD talk. Hello, Merco. Oh, let me read chat before you go. Hello, Merco. I'm just waiting for Mike to rage about GTA. I have nothing to say about GTA, actually. As a series, I have nothing to say. No, nothing. So go on, DVD.
All right. Well, a game that kind of hit in that same spot as Max Payne 3 for you personally. So with the name stuff, it's a series that is a German series actually, of a role-playing game called Gothic.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And that maybe is a little bit of a cheap shot that I'm going for here, but I've played every Gothic game. I've never finished any of them, but I played everybody, like every 4 games, with all those DLCs, and it was so good in the beginning. Like the first 2 games with all those DLC stuff was very, very good. I mean, the first game was a bit weird because it doesn't have mouse control, I guess.
Yeah.
I can darkly remember, but it was a very good game. It was a tough one actually in my book, but it was very, very good. The story was not like too special, I guess. I mean, they throw him into that brink and then he tries to get out and joins some fractions and stuff. I don't know. But then I played the 3rd game, which should have been the best in the series in my opinion, because it was in a time where people slowly but surely know how to make a good role-playing game. I mean, the Elder Scrolls games were good at that time, like Morrowind and Oblivion.
At that time, you specified that. At that time.
Yeah. But the 3rd game was so buggy and so glitchy, that it was not playable when it first came out, even in the physical copies. And I pretty much lost interest by then. But when they kind of patched it and with the whole community, like all those players around the world, tried to fix the game, and it was pretty decent in my opinion. But then they just fucked it up by calling their next game Arcania Gothic 4.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Like why are you trying to cash in on a name of a well-received and like for 5 or I don't know, like how many years, like 8 years going on series, just try to cash in on this name and to make Gothic 4 like a half-assed side title of a game called Arcania, which was a pretty bad game in my opinion. Especially that fucking 2-hour tutorial you have to play every single fucking time when you patch the game or when you reinstall the game, and you can't skip it. You join it. You fucking spawn in that fucking village and do some fucking fetch quest for like 2 hours. What were they thinking with that game? And the game doesn't look like a Gothic game, in my opinion. It looks like a fucking stereotypical role-playing game. And it was not good. I really hated it. I played the fucking tutorial for 3 times. 6 hours down the shitter for a fucking tutorial. And just because the game fucking glitched out on me.
Jesus Christ.
Like, first I played the tutorial, and then later on I had a bug with a quest item or something. And I patched the game, and I was like, okay, it's patched, now I can play. Well, I go into load game, and it says me, oh, you patched the game? Oh, well, your save game is corrupted. Well, good fucking luck, asshole. I was like, okay, I will play it the second time. I will give it a fair chance. And I played the fucking tutorial all over again. And then it glitched out on me again on the latest patch. Not on the same spot though. It was like they had an oversight with the final enemy in the tutorial. It was the Spider Queen or whatever. And you are not supposed to loot her. She doesn't carry anything, but you can actually open the inventory screen for her. So as soon as you kill that Spider Queen, the screen will go into a fade out, and it will load the cutscene. But when your timing is correct, you can open that loot inventory of the Spider Queen, and then the game glitches out. Like the whole graphics are so weird. It's like black and white, but like more white, and you can only see the texture of the game in like fizzling black points. It looked very, very obnoxious, and I was like, oh no, don't fuck me up like that. I saved the game there, I loaded the game there, and guess what? That fucking bug loaded in again. Even after exiting quitting the whole game and loading the game all over again. And I was like, oh no. I will not play the fucking tutorial again. I looked up a playthrough, I looked like an hour of it, and I was like, dude, are you going to play like 2 hours again of fucking tutorial for that fucking piece of shit? And I was like, no. It isn't a good role-playing game, nor is it a fourth Gothic game.
Yeah, like, nor is a good game.
it's a fucking piece of shit. I don't know, like I don't know, maybe it's from Robo Moto or something like that.
Oh, probably. They had another name. They called themselves something else. Let's go to Germany and let's fuck up a good video game series.
Yeah, they just shed on our souls. Like, I don't know. Like, well, Gothic 4. Oh no, it's Acania Gothic 4.
Remastered HD.
Reforge.
Well, about Gothic, I was so in love with Gothic. I got it for basically 10 euros from a video game magazine in Italy. Mm-hmm. And I played the shit out of it. I mean, if I remember correctly, Gothic basically came before Morrowind, probably a year or something like that. Or maybe the same year. I don't actually remember. But dude, I enjoyed it so fucking much. And the only problem, it was not a problem for me, I will explain why. The only problem was the movement, the controls and everything. Because I tried again, and just playing with the keyboard, it's a fucking hell right now. But when I was young, I didn't play much video games with mouse and keyboard, especially RPGs, to be honest. Mm-hmm. So when they told me the control, I was like, well, okay, let's do it. I didn't have any problem. A little bit confusing, yes, I will admit it. But was fucking great. And also, dude, I can smoke weed on a video game, it's a good game. No, I'm joking. It was really great. Choosing between the three camps was so fucking good. I can choose between I can choose my faction, really. You're giving me that freedom? Okay, I'm going with the fucking cultist and smoke weed all day. Fuck you. It was so fucking good. I didn't play Gothic 2. Probably I played on my friend's house. I played Gothic 2 a little bit, but didn't play that much, so I can't really say anything about it. But I remember the same magazine that sold me Gothic 1 totally destroyed Gothic 3. Like, they trash talked it like they were crying, basically. They were like, dude, you made a marvelous job with the first two, and now you give me this pile of crap like this? Dude, totally fuck you. And it got like probably a 3 or a 2 out of 10. Yeah. And Gothic 1 got like 7, 8 out of 10. So it's a deep going down with the shit right there. And actually never saw anything about Arcania. First of all, because as you said, why the fuck you are changing the name. I read Arcania, okay. Never heard before, fuck it. It looks like an RPG, and I'm not a big fan of RPG. And then when I discovered that was Arcania Gothic 4, I was like, what? This is Skyrim? No, this is not Skyrim. It's... What the fuck is this? All the feeling of Gothic was gone. You fucking right there, DVD. It was totally dead at that point.
Yeah, I mean, calling it Gothic 4, you think that it would have been the same nameless hero of the last 3 games.
Yeah.
But I think he had a name, that new hero. I mean, I played the tutorial like 3 times, but I can't remember. It has to be something like, I don't know, like Ansin or something. I don't want to play as Ansin in a fucking Arcania game.
Ansin, do you remember the name of the guy in Gothic 4? No,
Yeah,
it
me
was
neither.
not. No, shut up.
No, it was not that. Yeah, it was a pretty big shit show.
And in there comes back the other stuff that we were saying. Why the fuck you don't just change the name? Call it Arcania, period. You call this game Arcania, you make a totally new game, different from Gothic. It doesn't have anything to do with Gothic. You call it Arcania, and maybe you can also sell it better, because the people that play a Gothic don't give a fuck. They see it like a new game, and so they are like, okay, let's give it a try. But as I said, if I hear about Arcania Gothic 4 and then I see the pictures and it's... I don't know, I felt like it was Skyrim. But everything was so different from Gothic. I was like, well, don't give a fuck you. And I will pass this game.
Yeah.
Okay, my turn again, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
We did Max Payne. And now... Okay, I want to leave this one for last. So let's go with Quake. Oh my fucking god. That's another fucking series that really got me really mad. Wait a second before I start ranting. If I start, I can't stop. So let's do this first. Chat. Where is Marco? Here we are. So Marco said every series sucks when they drop it too much spin-off. For example, Assassin's Creed, China, Russia, India. Yeah, I can't understand that. That's what we called milking the shit out of a game. Like,
Yes.
Assassin's Creed is probably the perfect example. Oh, kids love Assassin's Creed. Okay, we make Assassin's Creed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we reboot all the series. Reboot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we do Assassin's Creed Sardinia, where you are a fucking ship fucker. And then we do Assassin's Creed Ansin, where you are gay as fuck. That's milking the shit out of it, and eventually you will lose the love of the fans, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's pretty much like with the Monopoly games. Like it's a far stretch, but it's the same exact game pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
But the streets have different names. There might be a new currency or something, but it's still the same fucking game. You still roll the 2 fucking dice to move around the board. and
Yeah.
I think it's the same with the Assassin's Creed games. It's still the same after all those like fucking 2,000 billion copies of the same exact game. In my humble opinion. Milking, yeah.
Milking the shit out. Okay, back on what I was saying. Oh, Quake.
Yeah.
My poor boy, even there, my poor fucking boy. I didn't play the first one, and Hippocrat is gonna kill me because my first Quake that I played, my first Quake was Quake 3 Arena. I started with that, but right now I also know Quake 1 and Quake 2, and they were kind of revolutionary because, you know, we had Doom before, if I remember correctly. That was a mix between the 2D and 3D graphics, okay? And still good. Still looks fucking great, Doom. It aged really well, in my opinion. And then it came out with this software with this fucking fully 3D game with monsters that are actually in 3D and shit like that. Fucking hype. But I'm not much into, I mean, if we are talking about FPS, I'm heavily involved with shooting, like 99% of the game is shooting, 1% is story. I don't give a fuck about story, I just want to kill people. That's why I was so much in love with Quake 3 Arena. Also because it was, as I said in other podcasts, we played the shit out of that game with my friends doing LAN parties. And it was so great because it was fair. You are a good player, you win. You suck at the game, you lose. There's no other fucking way to play that game.
Yeah.
And talking about single player, then Quake 4 came out. I played it for a while. I didn't enjoy it a lot, but again, I am all about multiplayer if we talk about Quake, and that's why I'm fucking tilted, because after a while, Quake, how the fuck was called the browser one? Quake, shit. Totally forgot. It's not Champion because it's the last one, and I need to say a lot about that. Quake, holy shit. Quake Live, that's what was the name. Fucking Quake Live. Thank you, French Star. Also hello. In the beginning, me and Kuzerti, the chat noise, Kuzerti, when we saw it, we were like, dude, this is the best idea ever. Picking up a game that is a fucking legend and making it on the browser free for everyone. Thank you. Thank you. I will not download any cracked copy of Quake. I just need a computer with a fucking internet access. And I can play with my friends Quake 3 Arena Original. Thank you. Suddenly they changed their mind. And that Quake Live became more like a class action stuff that I really hate. Like, okay, now you don't start naked or with a fucking submachine gun, but you need to pick up 2 weapons. And that's fucking stupid, because at that point, that's why I hate meta so much. If you give me the opportunity to pick up 2 weapons at the start, I will pick up the most overpowered weapon. Always, always, always. So I search the fucking data of the game. What's the weapon that does more damage? Okay, rocket launcher, railgun. Everyone was starting the game with rocket launcher and railgun. And if anyone that never played the game joined it and was like, okay, what I can do? Okay, I'm gonna pick up the plasma gun and this other weapon. You lose. You're gonna fucking die because people know what's the meta and they are gonna play that. So at that point, I totally sent to fucking abandon shit Quake Live. And then they announced it. Quake Championship! Oh, me and Kuzerti had the biggest boner in our life. We were like, dude, we are back to fucking arena games. Now we are gonna focus just on fucking Quake Championship. We are gonna grind the shit out of it and we are gonna become fucking professional players. And then they announced with class. What I did is there was wind probably. Probably I smoked too much weed. I didn't hear it perfectly. Can you repeat again? Oh yeah, now we play with classes. You mean classes like skins? No. If you pick this character, it's gonna have more HP and 1 active spell. Why? Why?
Yeah,
Why? God fucking damn it, why you did that? It was balanced as fuck. A game where you join, you go around the map and pick up weapon. The only stuff that can be, you know, RNG based a little bit is where you spawn, because maybe you are unlucky and your opponent is gonna spawn near the rocket launcher and is more lucky than you. Okay, you survive for 3 seconds and you pick up another rocket launcher. But now, no. You can pick up this that heals itself. These have more HP. This is a tank. This is not fucking Dota. This is fucking Quake. I need to kill people, not to search the fucking stat for every character.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, I understand the fucking stuff like, oh, we need to like be more appealing to kids and stuff. But why? I mean, don't call it Quake. We are saying this too many times today. Don't call it Quake. It's not Quake. It's Quake Championship, unfortunately. That's how it's called. It's Quake Championship.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird for me because the new Doom doesn't look that bad, in my opinion. Now, people probably are going to hate me for that, but the new Doom, the last Doom, doesn't look that bad, even with all that RPG bullshit, like you add some points to the charter and shit, but it doesn't look that bad to me. But Championship, yeah, it was a fucking finger in my ass, really got me tilted. Did you play any Quake DVD?
I've played the fourth game, I think, Quake 4, and a little bit of Quake 3 Arena, but I mean,
did you enjoy it, the 4?
I thought it was, well, weird. I don't know. Like Quake or Unreal Tournament are games that I only want to play in multiplayer. They are arena shooters, and that's all there is to it. Like, I hear Quake and I hear Unreal Tournament. I'm instantly thinking about arenas, shooting stuff, getting weapons that totally annihilate your enemies, like maybe some capture the flag stuff, like different game modes and stuff. But the fourth game with that stupid fucking single player stuff, I don't know. Like it was weird.
Yeah,
I played for like 20 minutes or something, or maybe half an hour, and I was like, nope, I'm not going to play that.
Same, but not because it was bad. It's just that, as you said, if I think about Quake and Unreal, I don't think about single player. And I'm pretty sure that games like, well, now we are talking about Quake, but even Unreal, I'm pretty sure that the story is good. I don't know. I always played Unreal Tournament and not Unreal. So I'm not really sure about that because I can't really deal with the story. I want to frag. Remember, guys, that if we have the term fragging, it's because game like Quake and Unreal. We don't give a fuck about the story. We want frags, yeah!
Well, I think it's a very, very neat way how Unreal Tournament 2003 handles this whole single-player stuff, because you have a campaign in there, but it's pretty much playing against the AI in like a arena shooting way. With all those different game modes. The story itself, it's nothing. Like, there is no story. Pretty much, you create your group. Pretty much, you can trade them with other teams in the tournament, and at the end, you will fight against the big boss. Pretty much, right? But the overall game is like what you expect from a arena shooter. There's no kind of backstory, no aliens invading your planet, no I don't know, like this dictator wants to conquer the world and you have to kill him. No bullshit like that, and that's why I really like the single player in Unreal Tournament, for example. Even though it's fucking awful because the bots sometimes are very, very weird.
Kind of dumb most of the time.
Yeah, but they were way worse in the second game, in Unreal 2: The Awakening, because in the first game in Unreal 1, I mean you already mentioned that you haven't played the Unreal game, and that's fair. It's a pretty good game for the time. You can play it co-op with other players. It was fast-paced shooter stuff. I don't know about the story though, but the graphics were awesome. And then came the second game, The Awakening, and all of a sudden you had a fast-paced shooting stuff game moving from A to B, and now you have a hero with a name, I don't know, like John Dalton, I think was the name. It was a fucking stereotypical fucking game. Like the guy you want to play is muscular and can carry weapons around, and but he moves so slow, and that's the problem with the second game. He moves like a cyborg or something.
Yeah.
He's just not fast enough for a Unreal game. And with all those storyline stuff, and I don't know, it was very, very, very weird. At some point you have to defend a point, like it's a small base, and you have like 3 entrances, and you can build some turrets and stuff, like a tower defense kind of thing. But what? Like, it's an Unreal game. I want to shoot stuff. I want to kill fuckers, and not like play some half-assed mobile game in that. Like, seriously. Like, I don't want to play tower defense in my fucking Unreal game. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
And that was a bad example or a good example for a bad game within a series that has an emphasis on arena shooting, fast-paced stuff, and they just killed it with the second game. I mean, I don't know, like, what were they thinking? Is there anything in the chat that is worth mentioning?
French Star said, I don't know if it's trolling, but he said Max Payne 3 is good. If you want to argue that, French, please tell us why Max Payne 3 was good. I fucking hated it. Totally. I mean, people like Ansin probably play Max Payne 3, right, Ansin? Yeah, you are an idiot. What I wanted to say? Oh yeah, the slow pace of Unreal was my biggest problem. That's why I preferred it over Quake. I prefer Quake over Unreal. But I mean, at least Epic Games got their revenge with Fortnite. Like, I say this already. That's the only reason why I'm happy about Fortnite, is that Epic Games got some money, because during the Unreal era they didn't make as much money as they deserve, because Unreal is fucking great, and Quake is fucking great, and Quake is better than Unreal. Fuck you, Hippocat. French Star said, it's still noir, but in Brazil. You can apply noir everywhere. They just traded New York for another country. No. The Max Payne character, in my opinion, is totally different from the first one and the second one. Being noir is not just like, okay, that the fucking the plot of the game is noir. No, Max Payne looks like a fucking hero in Max Payne 3. It doesn't look like a piece of shit like in the first and the second. I mean, in the first one is like, dude, you fucking killed my wife and my kid, I'm gonna fucking destroy the world. I'm not a hero, I'm just a piece of shit. In the third one, well, I said this already during the podcast, so I will not repeat myself, but that's my point there. It's not about the fucking country or the game is noir. It's not Max Payne. Call it anything else. Make a fucking fat, bald idiot and call it French Star, the revenge over the Polish people. I don't know. Something like that.
French Stars Reforged.
HD.
HD remastered.
Yeah. Your turn, Ansin. What do you want to say? I am Ansin, I am gay. Okay, nice one, Ansin. DVD, your turn again.
Oh man, this never gets old. Okay. I have 3 games left.
Oh no, wait a second. By the way, this is just our point of view. We are not saying we are right or wrong. Just to clarify that. Sorry, DVD. Keep going.
Yeah, you're good. I still have 3 games like left in my list here. But it's a tough choice because well, you know what? I'm going full out. I'm going fully out here. You know, there is a game called Fallout.
Yes,
And
I kinda know it.
And I think they just fucked it up like big time this time. like
Really?
holy fucking shit.
I didn't heard anything about the new Fallout.
Oh my god.
Tell me, please.
I mean, I've played the first few games, like the first two games that are or that were like that isometric, more like strategic role playing game. And I sucked at it. It was not my kind of game. I couldn't play that for more than like an hour because it was too fucking hard for me. And then they just shed another game, like what was it, like Fallout Tactics or something like that, where
Yeah.
you can like play predetermined like 3-on-3 or something. I don't know, like it was fucking shit. Never played that, but then they came with Fallout 3, which is still one of my most favorite games of all time.
Yeah, it is kind of cool.
It is a very, very good game. I've spent... I can remember playing that for the first time. Like it was yesterday. I played that for like, I don't know, like 15 hours in one part. And I haven't even like... I didn't do nothing. Like I was walking through the wasteland and maybe kill some raiders and stuff like that, but it just swallowed my time, dude. And it was so great. Then like with New Vegas, it was pretty much the same thing, but they changed weapons, they refined the whole like workbench stuff. You can make ammunition and so on and so on. It was still a very good game, even though it looked pretty bad in comparison to the third game. I think they changed something in the graphics department. But it was still a very good game. The radio was a big thing. Pretty good hits in there. But then it went all downhill. I mean, Fallout 4 was... It was okay in my opinion, but it was... Again, it was not like... It had that... Well, how can I say it? It was not like a sequel to Fallout 3. It was not as good as Fallout 3. That's a statement.
A lot of people say that.
Yeah, it was kind of out of place at some point. With all those that crafting stuff and that building stuff.
Oh yeah, you can build a house or something, right?
Yeah. I mean, the main part for me personally, when it comes to Fallout, which pretty much drags onto all of the games until the fourth game, is that you are playing in a wasteland. It's a fucking like end of the world. In all of the games. And then they came with Fallout 4 and it was kind of weird. I don't know. It was way too overloaded for a wasteland, in my opinion. And it was fun, but it was not as fun as the other two games. And then they just fucked it up with Fallout 76 and there's fucking like holy shit, dude. I mean, where can I start there? I mean,
you can't start with it because it's bugged, probably.
Yeah, everything was shit in this game. Like everything. Like it was not fun. It was just bad. It was a bad game with bad decisions, with fucking microtransaction shit, and fucking what was that, like those gimmick stuff you get in real life when you pre-order the game, and it was like the most Chinese $2 stuff for like $80.
I remember that, like, they were, if you take the special edition of Fallout, we are gonna give you a really fucking great bag, and it was a fucking shitty plastic bag that was like $5 online. Jesus Christ.
Dude, what were they thinking with that? I mean, it's that I think Fallout 76 is one of those games, of course with No Man's Sky, where I would I would say, don't pre-order anything. Like, don't fucking pre-order games.
Yeah.
You fucking retards. I'm sorry, but
No,
dude.
no, don't be sorry. You're fucking right. Don't pre-order games, you fucking retards. Never.
Dude, holy shit. I mean, even if Bethesda comes out with the Elder Scrolls 6, like, I don't know, like Rim Job or something, I don't know, like like a sequel to Skyrim, it's Rim Job or whatever.
Yeah.
Even then, don't fucking pre-order that fucking shit for fucking full price. What are you doing with your life, dude?
Yeah. Fallout the 76 was everything was so fucking wrong, and I put Fallout 76 even in a worse position than No Man's Sky, because after the release, the guys from No Man's Sky were like, dude, we fucked up big times right now, so now we are gonna sit our ass and we are gonna make a fucking decent game out of it, or I'm gonna kill every single one of you. And they did it. If you look at No Man's Sky right now, it's a cool game. It's a good fucking game. It's not shitty like in the launch. And there the problem was all the promises that I don't remember the name of the frontman that said everything like procedural, it's procedural, laughing at everyone, thinking all the money that he was making. But Fallout went in the totally opposite way. They were like, dude, your game is broken. No, your mom is broken. You smell like shit. My game is good. No, dude, your game is unplayable. No, absolutely no. It works perfectly. And then 3 guys fucking blows up the nuclear bomb, and the game and the server crashed. Not the game, the server fucking crashed. Dude, what the fuck? I heard people that said, dude, the Fallout 3 multiplayer mod works way better than Fallout 76. So what the fuck is wrong with Bethesda? Like, if you really want to scam people, download the fucking multiplayer mod, steal all the fucking code out of it and say, hey, we made a multiplayer Fallout. But they made their own one, and there was... I remember another guy that discovered a way to enter the developer room where there were all the fucking great weapons, and they fucked up the market. And I also remember the fucking the refund that they made for people. We are not gonna give you back the money, but we are gonna give you, I don't remember how much, let's say like 100 cups into the game, and 100 cups were like 5 euros out of 80 euros of pre-order.
Yeah,
it's called fucking scam.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I have to defend No Man's Sky here a little bit, because No Man's Sky, it was a small team, right? It was pretty much an indie developer, and behind Fallout 76, I looked it up again, and there was no external like freelancer developer on that. It was all Bethesda, a big fat ass AAA company that fucking scams the world with that fucking piece of shit. And it is a piece of shit still. Like, it's not good, like, even today. And as you said, No Man's Sky is pretty playable.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it looks very, very fun.
I also want to play it. I don't have money to buy it right now, but I want to try it at least, No Man's Sky, because right now it looks pretty cool. Not like what they promised to me, but it looks like a good game. The only problem that I have with No Man's Sky is the promise that they made at the start. Like, it's gonna be multiplayer, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that. Just shut the fuck up. Like, say what you can really do. But again, I forgive those guys because, as you said, they were kind of an independent company, and they are not fucking Bethesda. They make games since the 90s. You know how to fucking make a game. Why the fuck you came out with that bullshit? Jesus Christ. I really hate. I didn't expect you to. I was expecting something about Blizzards, but no. Okay, so yeah, Fallout was kind of fucked up series again. Okay, give me a second. No message in chat, so I also had Fallout in the list, but you covered the argument much better than me.
I tried.
Yeah, but I'm not a big fan of Fallout. I enjoyed Fallout 3 and that's all. And the Fallout 1 back in the days. I enjoyed it. I have my last game and then I am totally freestyle. And this last game really makes me fucking sad because it's probably in my top 5 favorite games ever. And it's the Roller Coaster Tycoon series. I played so much Roller Coaster Tycoon, so much. From the first one, I remember buying it with my parents when I was probably 8 years old or something like that. And Jesus, it was everything for me. It's because of Roller Coaster Tycoon if I got into the managing games that I fucking love. Let me also put the gameplay. Roller Coaster Tycoon. Okay. And when they announced the second one, I felt a little bit scammed, but I was so fucking happy anyway. Because for the second one, I was expecting something kind of new, you know, something decent and different from the first one. And basically, it was just like more like a DLC than Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, to be honest.
Okay.
But they didn't promise anything. They just said, we are making Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. And it was great. A lot more of attraction, a lot more of data to analyze, like income, outcome, how much I'm spending for a roller coaster, all that kind of stuff. That if you love manager games, it's fucking great, believe me. And the good announce was on Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 that that went full 3D, and also they added the camera in it. You can ride your own attraction, so it was kind of cool because even when I started playing Roller Coaster Tycoon, I was like, dude, I built a fucking wonderful roller coaster. Now I want to ride it, but it wasn't possible. With Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, you can jump on your own ride and ride it. It's fucking great. It's so fucking beautiful. But after that, the fucking problems came out, totally. I mean, there are some games that are considered spin-off more than real games. But by doing those spin-off, you are not making the real game. And it drives me mad. Like, I was expecting a Roller Coaster Tycoon 4 so much. But what we got instead is a bunch of mobile games that were fucking disgusting. It was totally out from the series. It was a pay-to-win game. Like, in Roller Coaster Tycoon 1, 2, and I don't remember in the 3, you like had some money to invest into research, okay? So you have one roller coaster, you research, and now you have a wooden roller coaster, inverted roller coaster, and stuff like that. But no, they decided you can pay €2 and you will have a wooden roller coaster. You pay another €2 and you can have an inverted. You pay this and you pay that. No! What the fuck? The game was about discovering new stuff and expanding your park. I don't need to use real money for doing that. And the problem there, I put all the problems in there because of Atari. And it's kind of sad that Atari, that is a fucking legendary name in the video games, they were there when everything started. They made like a shitty management out of this game. They totally fucked up everything. Basically, they got the right on the game, and so the main company was out of the games. And basically what they got in the contract was something like you're gonna have like a small percentage of the game, but you have still the rights. So they were sharing the rights or something like that. I really don't know about all the low stuff. So it was like sharing the rights. And they came out with bullshit. Like what can I say? Roller Coaster Tycoon Touch. Jesus fucking Christ. Wow, you made such a good job. Roller Coaster Tycoon World, maybe? What? Wow, it's such a good game. No, dude, you're making bullshit game that has nothing to do. Fucking Roller Coaster Tycoon Worlds have a graphic that is actually shittier than Roller Coaster Tycoon 3.
Yeah.
Where is the money going? Sorry. I mean, where is all the money going? Like, you're not making anything good with physics. So, where is the money going? And those fuckers actually made a Patreon. For fucking making a game, they made a Patreon. People use Patreon for... I am a poor fuck, but I have great ideas. So, guys, if you gave me $10,000, I will make this indie game. That's why Patreon is there. If you're fucking Atari, you don't deserve to post on Patreon. You don't fucking... You're a big company. You have the fucking money. And they did that like... guys, if you really love Roller Coaster Tycoon, why you don't give us money? Because I paid all your games already. That's why I don't give you any fucking money. You have money. Fucking do the game. Meanwhile, the old company was still working on Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic. And they made a wonderful job. Basically, they converted Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 and 2 into a mobile game that is 100% the original game. They just ported it, and it works perfectly. But now you can play it on mobile. I play it a lot on mobile, believe me. Every time I went out with friends and there was like, you know, that time, maybe you are waiting a train or I don't know. I was there building my roller coaster with the fucking phone. And they also made it on Steam, so it was fucking great. Meanwhile, those fuckers made Roller Coaster Tycoon World. And the worst bullshit about this, that really drives me mad, because I hate people that have money and they do bullshit. You have money. You fucking have money. You don't deserve to do this stuff. As I said, they were sharing the license between the two companies, okay? So you can still do all that. This is the Atari point of view talking to the other company. They were like, you can do that bullshit 2D games, keep going. We are gonna make our games and we are gonna give a small percentage. Until the other company checked the sales on Steam. And they discovered that Atari was not paying the right amount of for the right of Roller Coaster Tycoon. They called Atari and they said, dude, you are scamming me. Like, you told me that you sold, let's make small numbers, because I can't count. Let's make small numbers. You told me that you sold out 100 copy, and you actually sold 1,000 copy. Where the fuck is my money? And Atari said, give me a second. Oh no, we are not selling the game actually. They removed the game from Steam. You can't buy Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 anymore because Atari fucking destroyed it. The only way that you can play Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 now is illegally, because you can't, unless you have a physical copy, of course, but you can't buy it. You can't fucking buy it. Because these fuckers don't know how to manage the money and spend everything. It didn't pay the original developers. God fucking damn it, it drives me so mad. God damn it. One of my favorite games ruined like that. Did you ever play any roller coaster or any manager games? Actually?
I really love the second game. The second game, I actually have the physical copy right behind me.
Oh, good guy.
And with the two DLCs, I don't know what they were called, but one is like a water
the
DLC
water and the animals.
Yeah, I think, yeah. And I really loved the game. Some levels were fucking possible, but others were pretty easy. And like some years ago, some guys out of my playgroup reached out to me and said, "Hey, there is a mod for Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, which is Open RCT2.
Oh yeah.
And you pretty much can play like a custom map with other players.
Yeah, there's the multiplayer. Yeah.
Yeah, which is an awesome concept, but some problem is that you have to really talk to your guys, because when you are not communicating, then there's somebody who builds a roller coaster, there's somebody who makes terraforming stuff, and there's someone who, I don't know, like plants some plants or whatever, and the guy with the roller coaster is halfway through his roller coaster and he's like, "Well, where's my money? I need money to build this fucking roller coaster." And the terraforming guy is like, "Dude, look at this fucking hill. It looks like fucking shit. I need money." So it's pretty tough to manage the money when playing with like 2 or 3 other guys. But it is a very, very cool concept, and I really like it. It's one of the best multiplayer experiences I've ever had. It's very, very fun.
Yeah, it's totally fun. And again, I am a big fan of manager games or tycoons in general. I played a lot of those, from SimCity to Roller Coaster Tycoon, Transport Tycoon. I played so much bullshit through the years. I remember something like Hotel Giant that was like you need to manage a hotel or something, but nothing was cool like Roller Coaster Tycoon. And that's why it drives me so fucking mad. Because they scammed the original creator by, "Dude, no, we are not selling anything. We don't have any money to give it to you." Fuck you. Because if you fucking give them money, maybe they can do a Roller Coaster Tycoon 4 that is kinda decent, like, I don't know, Planet Coaster. Planet Coaster is fucking cool. Maybe Roller Coaster Tycoon 4 can be much cooler than the other game. But no, Atari is fucking piece of shit. Fuck you, Atari. I'm sorry.
Yeah, especially because it's a big company, right? I mean,
yeah.
What would they lose if they share the money the developers, like, you know, those are things that I can't really understand because I'm a pleb and a fucking, I don't know.
We are just fucking retards, so.
Yeah, I mean, the original developers really need the money, I guess, to make the game, right? I mean, it's a duh moment, but you know, and Atari is like, it's like with all the latest developers from the late 90s up until now, they just keep fucking it up. I don't know. It's like a continuously going on trend. And I really hate it. But to come back to your question, since I mean, I really loved the second game of Roller Coaster Tycoon, but other than that, I'm not overly into simulation games or that sim games. I'm more of a trading simulator stuff guy, like the patrician games or the guild games. Oh yeah, that might actually be a series to talk about. the guild games. Oh man, that's a tough shit. Well, I read what you and Ansin is good. But yeah, I'm not overly into sim games. I think they are pretty boring, but
no, they are. I admit it. They are fucking boring. They are everything but fun.
Well, have you played any Anno games? Do you know the Anno series?
Give me some names. Like what?
Like Anno 1701 or
oh,
Anno
okay. Yeah.
1404?
I'm too fucking dumb, apparently. I tried it, I didn't understand how to play and rage quitted really quickly. Didn't really play that much. I need to give it another try. I need to check it. I probably have a physical copy still of Anno. I don't remember which one.
Yeah, I think the best of those is 1701 and 1404. The newest are pretty weird in my opinion. Like you can build underwater and you can build in space and you can build on the normal ground, and that's weird.
Okay, it gets too much.
If you need a physical copy of 1701, I actually have one uploaded to my drive.
Oh,
so
a
I can
backup
share the
copy.
link, maybe. Yeah.
I need
100%
to
legal.
check. I need to check, but yeah, give me the link anyway. If I don't find my physical copy, maybe I can try it.
Yeah, I can get it to you real quick. But after the podcast, I guess.
Yeah, of course. We need to still bully Ansin a little bit.
Oh yeah. So Ansin, what is one of your most hated video game series?
I hate Replay because they didn't make Replay 2, and Replay is such a good game. Ansin, what the fuck? That game is so weird, Ansin. I know, but I like it. Oh shit, Ansin.
Dude, that kind of reminds me on a, like, it was a Facebook comment or something like that. On some like, I don't know, like a porn game or something on Steam. Oh yeah, it was a Steam comment, right? It was a Steam comment on a fucking half-assed porn game on Steam. The game is called. It's a pretty famous one actually.
Oh, Boner Island, Boner something probably.
Maybe, but it's called Breeders of the Nephilim.
Oh, okay.
And the guy who made the game actually advertises this as a porn game. It's a 100% porn game, where you can fuck furries and stuff. I don't know. Haven't played it. Wink, wink. Caden must know that, but no offense. And the thing is that I don't know. It was an early build, and you can only play as a female, or you could play as a female. And there was one fucker who was like, "Oh no, you can only play as a female. This is fucking sexist and stuff like that." And I was like, "Oh fucking dude, fucking what the fuck?" Like, I don't know, like it's hey. Some people are fucking retards. I mean, AGDQ just banned me already. Like, I don't know. Like, waiting for an email right now.
Oh, Kadin, by the way, wants the title of the game. Type it in chat.
Oh yeah.
He's downloading it. When you said furry, you wake up Kadin like, oh, where is there a bunny to fuck?
I bet I typed that wrong, but there you go, Cat, and have fun, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
do you have another game, DVD?
Yeah.
One last shot. Okay, give me a second. Guys in chat, if you have any game series that you really think that got ruined or wasted, or there's something that you don't like, share it now in chat, and at the end we can discuss a little bit about it. Type it meanwhile DVD is talking.
Okay.
You go.
One series that is actually a bad pick here, because it was okay in the beginning, and like simultaneously was bad in another way, and then it went all downhill. It's the FIFA games.
Oh shit.
I've played very, very, like, I don't know. I wish I could have tracked my playtime on the Road to World Cup game from '98. I think it might actually be like 7,000 hours or something like that. I've played the fuck out of this game, and it was so fucking brilliant. It was a very, very good game. You can actually play in a hall rather than on an open pitch, which was pretty cool. But the whole game felt very, very good. Like, the ball had a good feeling, like the physics. You can actually press a button. I think it was Q, to just foul any player on the battlefield or the battlefield, yeah, on the whole field without even being in possession of the ball. You can just go to another player and just shove him up and then get a red card or something. But it was a very, very fun mechanic because you can actually fuck up the referee. Because you can see, oh shit, the guy is going towards my goal, and then you just press a button and you just fuck up their goalkeeper or whatnot, and the goal doesn't count, but you get a red card. So it was kind of strategic at some point. But we are talking about game series that become trash, and FIFA is a pretty good example for this. In the early 2000s, they pretty much fucked with like every customer back then, because they released a FIFA game every year, like how it is today. And they also released a FIFA game for every single first-class league in the world. Like in Germany it was the Bundesliga, in England was it the Premier League, I guess. So they kind of shed out like 20 games in 1 year. And they were all the same, but you can only play in one specific league with every game. So they pretty much sold the same exact game 20 times, just with other players.
Yeah.
And that was a huge scam, pretty much. And they got rid of it at some point, but I think they kept doing that like 3 years. Up until 2002. Keep in mind, they still released a World Cup and a European Cup version every 2 to 4 years as well. So they pretty much sell you the whole game twice every 2 years. And that should show that EA is a bad, shitty developer today, and it was back then. But some games were pretty okay. They were pretty cool. It was the 2002 game, the 2004 game, and the 2005 game, which were okay. But then it kept rolling downhill with FIFA 2006, because they changed the whole engine and stuff like that. And they finally added the dreaded Ultimate Team stuff in 2010, I guess. Back then you don't had to pay real money to get the Ultimate Team stuff. Maybe I should explain what the Ultimate Team is.
Yeah, I know it, but maybe someone in chat doesn't know it.
So basically, you can create an own team with players from all over the world, and they all have specific like character stats. And you want to be the ultimate team, so you want only like 99 out of 100 points from every of your players, so your team plays as good as they can. But getting those 99 out of 100 players is very, very tough. In 2010, you can only get those players when playing the game and getting like, I don't know, like some achievements or whatnot. But I think with 2015 they've added the microtransaction stuff, and then it went, for me as a casual player, it went downhill. But for all those 12-year-old fuckers who steal the credit card from the dad and pay like $9,000 in that fucking game, it's all over. I mean, I've seen a like a final game from their championship stuff, and there was a 12-year-old sitting there with a fucking like 20-year-old, and the 12-year-old just fucked this guy up in the finals, and he was asked like, well, your team is a pretty good one. How can you afford so much money? They pretty much like they shove it up your face that the game costs real money. And the people still buy them, and the people still being in that fucking Ultimate Team stuff. And that 12-year-old went like, oh yeah, my dad paid some of those, And I was like, dude, what the fuck? It's a 12-year-old. How can he get money in another way, right?
Yeah.
And the worst thing about this whole thing, I mean, if anybody out there wants to pay so much money into one game, I'm okay with that. I won't play Ultimate Team ever in my life. But I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if this whole Ultimate Team stuff is not multiplayer. It's pretty much pay to win, right?
Yeah, it is pay to win.
It is gambling and it's pay to win, because you can't be like, oh, there's Neymar, he's 99 out of 100. I want to buy him for $200. You have to get him into out of some loot boxes and stuff. It's getting those players is like a 0.1% chance, I guess, and you have to pay so much money into that. And the worst thing about all of this is that every year they release a new game, and you can't import your players from the older game into the new, so you start at 0 again. There's no leak for a game that is prior to the game you just newly bought. Mm-hmm. So you pay $9,000. Okay, that might be a whale, right? But I think like people who play Ultimate Team on a high level, on a high stage, they won't get out of that without paying like $2,000 per game.
Yeah.
And it's like that's way too much for me. Like, I once seen a graphic by someone who was involved in like 2010 up to 2019, I guess, and he pretty much showed that the money that goes into developing a FIFA game went all downhill since 10 years. But the money they get from selling those games, and especially selling those loot boxes with the Ultimate Team stuff, it went like on top of the roof.
Yeah. Because
people still playing that garbage. The games are not good. The FIFA games, they don't change anything in the game. Yeah, it was like 3 months ago. It was a huge blowout and a huge shitstorm by the player base because they changed some physics with the game, with the ball. You can't AI manipulate that easy. I can remember in the 2013 game, you can, when you have a corner kick, you can kick the ball in that way that it goes on top of the enemy bar, and then it goes down, and automatically the AI of the enemy defenders run into the ball and kick it in the own net. That was a very known glitch, and they never fixed that. So overall, the FIFA games went downhill for me as a player personally, not only because the game is not that appealing to me anymore, but the overall, like the marketing, the decisions, the player base, everything is just shit nowadays, in my opinion.
Yeah, typical EA change of mind. Like I mean, in all the world, I mean, in every single region, probably just in America it's not like that, but everyone loves football, so everyone will buy fucking FIFA. I personally don't give a single fucking fuck about football, but I like FIFA. Like, sometimes it happens that, I don't know, people that I know, I have a PlayStation with FIFA inside, and it's like, okay, let's do a 1v1, let's have fun. I like it so far because I'm outside of the game, so I don't have loot boxes, I don't have fucking cards to buy and bullshit like that. But I kinda see the problem there, because I think all that loot boxes is appealing just for kids. Because if I have a job, I don't want to spend any fucking money to buy buying Cristiano Ronaldo, or I don't even know who's the top soccer player right now, but I will not spend any fucking money. I already brought the game. Give me the fucking full content. And if I was EA, and thank God I'm not EA, because I will be a fucking war probably, the real problem there is that how they are investing money. I mean, most of the money get out for licensing all the stuff. Okay, I can understand that, but I still see in FIFA 2020 so many fucking glitches. Too many fucking glitches. Too many. Like, people that when they do a fucking tackle get stuck in another player like a fucking 69, and they fucking flip forever and go up in the sky, and you lost 2 players from the field.
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious, or what the fuck? I mean, I really don't understand. Then I am kind of happy. I am sorry for you, DVD, but I am happy because mostly of the people that I know that play FIFA are so fucking dumb fucks, so they deserve to lose money like that. But then again, I need to close the window because I'm getting sun in my fucking face. Okay, much better. Then again, there's people that fucking like FIFA and doing like that. I'm not one of those guys that say like, oh, FIFA is not really a video game. If you want to play soccer, why you don't play soccer in real life? It's a video game. I don't play soccer in real life because I am a fucking fat fuck that smoked 30 cigarettes. I can't run. But yeah, in that case, I mean, dude, what can I say? EA Sports.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to say.
But yeah, but what Mirko said is pretty good. I mean, every year you can see FIFA fail and glitch compilations every time. That's the only like good thing about the new FIFA games, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't play FIFA.
But yeah, you had a good point. You can see FIFA as a like a Mario Party game, right? I mean, you're sitting on the couch with 2 or 3 other people, and then you just play without having a clue how to play the game, and it's a shit show, but it's a fun shit show.
Yeah.
Especially you have that one friend that thinks you can play the game, and he's blaming the rest of the couch for being bad.
Yeah. But not even just casually. Like, I mean, the pro scene of FIFA doesn't look that bad. But then again, if you tell me that you need to fucking buy 10 euros of fucking crates or pack, I don't know what's in FIFA, for fucking build up a pro team, it's not even pro playing anymore. It's fucking gambling. Like, I put money on gambling, and if I need to gambling, you know, I will play poker, not fucking FIFA.
Yeah.
I can make much more money on poker. Well, yeah, the typical microtransaction bullshit. Typical EA, I mean, kind of crap.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I saved some messages. So let's do a quick read of everything. Where is the chat? Okay, so Marco said... Where is it? Okay, Marco said microtransaction. Yeah, fuck you, EA. Yeah. Kinda right. Let's see if we have a message that does anything to do. No, okay, all the other games are... all the other messages are appropriate. Freakerino, our dear freak, said the Hitman... Oh, fuck, I lost the message. Okay. The Hitman series went kind of bad too, honestly. Absolution was just too different. I didn't play much Hitman. I mean, I played the early one, probably the first 3 years something. Didn't play the newer one. So I don't really have an opinion on Hitman. I don't really know how it works. It was kind of hardcore, the first titles. They were kind of hardcore. I don't know about the newer one, so maybe DVD can say something. Maybe have more experience in newer Hitman games.
I have played the Contracts game. I think it's the 3rd game? Question mark. Silent Assassin and Agent Any Number is the first 2 games, I guess. I played the Contracts game, and I got stuck pretty quickly because I was not familiar with the overall way how the game is played. It was new to me back then. From what I can tell, I've seen the first 2 games at a good friend of mine's stream. And he actually wrote a review on Steam about the first game, and he pretty much said too long didn't read. Play the second game. The first game is pretty wonky for today's standard. I've played the Blood Money game, which was awesome. I really liked that game because it is so dumb at times. I mean, you can basically in that one level I can remember you can kill guys by you are wearing a disguise. You can flip a coin on top of a glass ceiling, and then the glass will break, and all the guys who are standing on top of that glass ceiling will die, and nobody will ever see anything.
Yeah.
So you basically kill 2 or 3 guys by just throwing a coin. That was pretty good.
Like No One Lives Forever.
Yeah. But the newest games, especially that one with the episodal stuff, I really like. I lost interest in that. I really hate that episodal stuff. I've played Life is Strange. That was also a episodal thingy, but I think that there it is okay because the game is not about like killing people or something like that. It's more like a story that some people out there can relate to. Like you play as that schoolgirl and getting bullied in school, and then you lose your best friend or a friend. Is it a best friend? I don't know. I can't remember. But the story is pretty like it. Some people can very relate to that story, but in Hitman, it's more like an action game. Like it's like I don't know, like some action TV show that gets released like every half a year, and you are out of that story pretty quickly because of that episodal stuff. So I've not played the newest games. I have not played the what was it called, Absolution game. The last game was Blood Money, and it was fucking great.
Okay, so then what we have here? Oh, we have French Star that said Battlefield got ruined, and I can't say shit about the gameplay itself. What my real problem is with Battlefield is the fucking politically shit that they put in the game. Like, oh well, it's our vision, so because it's my game, I decide that in World War II they were women. No. Doesn't work like that. It's not how. Okay, and then people was gonna say, "Oh, Mike, you're such a sexist. You don't want women in the game." Okay, let's say that you can put women in there. Okay, can you explain to me why in the fucking World War II there were fucking bionicle arms and legs? What? What's what? Yay, money? What? I personally like Battlefield 1942. That's what I like.
1942, yeah, that was one of the better games, I guess.
I loved it.
Well, I played a lot of the Vietnam game.
Oh, but yeah, kind of cool.
And it was weird. I mean, if you play a map with the Vietnam guys and you play on the Vietnam side, you pretty much win.
Okay.
Because their weaponry was so good. I mean, they had like an RK 47 kind of thing, or 74. I can't numbers. And like the rocket launcher like reloaded like every 3 seconds or something like that. Or was it the Vietnam side or the US side? I can't remember, but one of the sides is very, very unbalanced. And the other game is 2142, which is more like technical and robots and stuff.
Didn't like it at all.
I don't know. It was weird because they've added a like an account leveling system, and if you want to play today, the only thing you can do is to download a fully fleshed out save file and have every weapon available to your account, because the game can't save them for some reason, because they can't reach the servers or something like that. So you will only play with level 1 items, or you will play with all items. And I don't know, it's a shit show today, but I think it might be fun if you play like 16 on 16 with only humans.
Yeah, I understand. Well, fuck EA, as usual.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Shaptic said something that I'm pretty sure now Cutting will get triggered. She said The Last of Us 2 is a game a lot of people hated, but she also said that she didn't hated it. And, well, about The Last of Us, I don't like the game itself. I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's just not my type of game. I get really bored. I know, Mike, you can't fucking look at the story. I don't give a fuck. I want to kill people. But yeah, but it kind of tilts me that people were like, it's a story about lesbians. It's a fucking bad game. No, that's not how you fucking check out game is good. Most of people were saying like, this is too much, like lesbian story. Dude, if you fucking look at The Last of Us 1, it was fucking obvious that the girl was lesbian. What the fuck are we talking about? What are you complaining about? Oh yeah, but stop this lesbian kissing. No, fuck you. That's all I have to say. I don't like the game, but I don't say that I don't like it because it's too much gay stuff and LGBT. I don't feel like it's a LGBT game. I feel like it's a good story, and there are also lesbian. Wow, such scandalous. I don't know. Ciao Kuzerti.
Yeah, well, I can relate to that. I agree pretty much. That if people really complain about the lesbian stuff and stuff like that, it's pretty like close-minded, I guess. But I think the biggest problem with the game being that way, that it's lesbian and stuff like that, is because of of today's political stuff, right? I mean, many people will say, yeah, they made it that way because it's hip now and they will get woke points or whatever, and want to support that LGBT that gay stuff. I'm sorry, but GDQ just banned me already.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything about the second Last of Us game. I've seen some speedruns of the first, but I mean it's a story-driven game, right? I mean it's about a story, and if you watch a speedrun of a story-driven game, you won't see any story.
Yeah.
Especially when it's any percent. I can't really say anything about that, but yeah, I think complaining about game characters being lesbian or something like that, although as you said, that in the first game they pretty much teased that, and the game is from 2013 or something, 2014.
I don't remember.
So it was before that whole LGBTQ plus stuff. Thanks, Karen. I just read that from the chat.
Oh, it's much longer than that because it's LGBTQ and like other 10 letters. But again, gay stuff, it's cool enough.
Let's say LGABCDE. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, but if you enjoy those games, just enjoy them. But I like games where I can kill stuff, and I can, I want to shoot stuff. I want to splatter organs all over the place.
I need action.
That's where I'm at home. Yeah.
Okay, next message. Let's see what we have here. Oh, we have Sashki, Comrade Sashki, that said GTA 1 was good, GTA 2 was perfect. Next was wrong. As I said, I don't. About the GTA series, I can't really trash talk much about it. The only thing that I really hate is the fact that Rockstar is just releasing another remastered HD reforged version of GTA 5. And I guess it's enough for GTA 5. It's a game that is still, in my opinion, it's still alive just because of role-playing. If there was no role-playing, I'm pretty sure that most of the people didn't play it, actually. But yeah, I don't think so, Sashki. I mean, he also said Kappa, so maybe it was trolling, but it was a good message to say. I don't know, GTA feels kind of decent for me, at least. And French Star said this one. Vice City is a reskin of GTA 3. Yeah, kinda a DLC, but I didn't like GTA 3 at all. Like, I didn't like it. It was good, but I didn't like it. Meanwhile, Vice City was fucking sexy as fuck, in my opinion. Then, I have my fellow friends Leolitz from Italy that said the Monkey Island, and I lost the message, let me go up again. Most people say the fourth game was a huge downgrade for the series. I'm not that... I didn't play much Monkey Island. I mean, I stopped with... how the fuck is in English? Fuga da Monkey Island? I know the Italian name. Was it the third one, probably? I don't know. But yeah, the only thing that I remember about Monkey Island is that there was a game, probably for Wii, where Guybrush Threepwood was like this fucking strong and cool guy. And what? Like, no. You're missing some points in there. I don't know, did you play any Monkey Island DVD?
I haven't played any Monkey Island games, but I can remember the fourth game, because they made it full 3D with the tank controls in a point-and-click adventure game. It's pretty much the same problem with Grim Fandango, where you have to play it with keyboard only in a point-and-click adventure game. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Back then, that skeleton guy in Grim Fandango you just walk through every room, and at some point he's shifting his attention to anything, like he's changing his view or something like that, and then you can see that there is something to interact with. I don't think that this works. I had no fun playing Grim Fandango, and I think I wouldn't have wanted to play the fourth game, but I think from what I heard, the fourth game is not that bad. Some puzzles are pretty stupid. I can remember that in one scene you are tied up on a ship, and then you have to balance a burning piece of coal with your 2 foot, and then you have to turn around and have to shoot that burning coal onto a cannon and then shoot the other ship or something. It was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But I think it's not a bad game. And if they could have put out a remastered version of that game with mouse control like they did with Grim Fandango, it might be a fun game. But most boomers will say, point-and-click adventure game only with mouse.
Yeah.
Okay, boomer.
Well, just to understand, like, I mean, even Little Big Adventure have tank control, and we all know how much that game sucks.
but it's not marketed as a point-and-click adventure game.
Yeah. No, I was just trolling. Okay, last message. One is not even debatable because Hippocat is always right. And Ipo said, GTA 1 was shit, GTA 2 was even worse, but then they decided to make actual games instead of memes, and they ruined everything. Yeah, I kind of feel you, Ipo. Last message, I'm not really a pro in that game, but French Star said another one is Need for Speed. And even if I'm not a hardcore Need for Speed player, I played a few games like Porsche 2000, the Hot Pursuit, the old one, not the new one, and Most Wanted, and a few others. I missed the last one, but I saw something that really tilts me much. Where the fuck is the manual control of the gear? What the fuck? I am playing Mario Kart. Where is my manual switch? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's...
They are just trying to sell the game for kids at this point, because, you know, it's hard to switch gears manually, because, you need to like, look at the fucking, I don't know how to say that in English, il tachimetro in Italian, the fucking stuff. It's too hard, so let's just make automated shift. Wow, nice crap. I don't know. No, I'm not a big fan on Need for Speed anyway.
I mean, imagine Microsoft releasing a new flight simulator and you can't do anything. Like, you can just fly around, but everything is automatically like landing and I don't know, like adjusting the map and stuff like that. It would have been for another like group of people, right? Like casual fuckers or something like that. I don't know. And Need for Speed is kind of the same. I mean, they fucking added quick time events in a fucking racing game. Like, dude, what the fuck? like imagine playing Age of Empires 2 and you have to solve a fucking quick time event just to let your guys lumberjack or whatever. What the fuck? How can you fuck something like this up? It's is there anybody in this fucking whole world that actually enjoy playing a quick time event in an action game? Kadin. I'm not. Yeah, Kadin is a furry, so he gets spared. He gets spared.
I'm joking, Kadin. Well, I don't see any other message regarding the argument. Let me scroll a little bit. Nope. Need for Speed. Oh, we just said that, French. Did you miss it? we were just French Star is on drugs.
Yeah. Seems like it.
Oh, fuck. You missed it. We were just talking about it. Are you drunk?
well, in regard to Need for Speed, I think the Most Wanted game from 2005 was one of the best, in my opinion. It was a very, very cool concept that you have it's a cool concept, but it pissed me off back then as a player. That you have your first race, you are in first place, and you are right before the finish line to beat your rival, and then something happens and I don't know, like a lag in your oil thing, I don't know, but you can't drive like the last curve, and then you are last place, you can't finish the race, and you lose your best car, and you start with nothing. Like, you can't give me the best or one of the best cars in the game right off the bat and then just take it all away. That fucking doesn't work. I fucking hate this game, but it's a pretty good game.
I remember that too. I was like, dude, they're fucking beautiful. And then the game was like, well, you like this car? Fuck you. You can't have this car.
Dude, that was a fucking kick in the rear. Dude.
Last good Need for Speed was Porsche Unleashed. Then it became about street racing, and it's gay. I don't know. I enjoyed shit like Underground, even if it was like tuning your car. Yeah, you have neons and like street music. Yo, bro, I do drifting, bitch. I don't give a fuck. It was kind of entertaining for me, my opinion. Hot Pursuit 2 is not street racing. Well, they had cops, so it was good enough for me. Running away from cops is the funny part.
Yeah.
Because I am a street boy, yo, bro. I do drifting in front of the cops and I run away like a fucking gangster.
Well, in regard to that, like with the police and stuff in street racing, I think the police is like a crucial feature in games that focus on street racing. I mean, you can do stuff in the fucking public streets, whatever you want, and there's like, for example, the what was it called? The Crew games.
Oh yeah.
In the first one, I think you have sequences where you are chased by the police. I'm not sure, but I think it was that. And in the second game, they actually decided to make the whole game, like the map, look like the United States. So it was you can drift in Las Vegas and in Los Angeles and stuff like that, but there is no fucking police anywhere in this fucking game, and I can't believe why they did this. Because it's something that you can do while playing free ride, right? I mean,
yeah.
Oh man, the Crew one with my with my dudes back then, just doing a road trip all over the world. That was so great, with police chases and. Dude, fuck you, Cannon. Just kidding, dude.
Okay, let's do last message because we are fucking we are half of an hour late already, but something triggered the chat, so let's do the last one. French Star triggered the chat with the Mafia series. And I really hope that you, DVD, played it more than me, because the only game that I played was Mafia 1, and it was fucking godlike. I loved every second of Mafia 1. And people told me that Mafia 2 was shit and Mafia 3 was unplayable, but I can't say it by myself, so do you have any info, DVD?
It's pretty much the same I've heard. I've not played Mafia 1. I only saw some Let's Plays and stuff like that. It looked very, very cool. But yeah, Mafia 3 is pretty much like meme stuff. It's pretty much unplayable, right? And Mafia 2, I don't know. Haven't seen that game. But if French stars say that Mafia 2 is spliced shit,
we trust him.
Yeah, we trust him. I mean, Zuma Kedin is like, don't bully Mafia 2, but fuck you, Kedin.
Oh, he's a zoomer.
He's a zoomer, so his opinion doesn't mean shit.
Well, even Kuzert is saying Mafia 2 is shit, so I trust him because I know him in real life, so I trust him. Okay, I guess we are done for today. Oh wait, sorry, DVD, give me a second. Oh wait, we have a call from Ansin. So let me pause the music. He's actually calling me. Let's connect with Ansin and let's see what he's doing. Check the stream, DVD.
Yeah, just in case someone needs to play it. Yeah.
And that's why Ansin is not here today. He died. He was doing an handstand on the bed and he died. So this isn't Ansin. There are no llamas in the screen. Oh well, yeah, it was Ansin. Believe me. Well, we are at the end. We are so fucking late right now. So yeah. Thank you, chat, for watching. And DVD, any final quote?
Yeah, I think I have something.
Fuck Blizzard.
Blizzard is a very good
What?
fucking piece of shit. Yeah, that's all there is to it. We didn't rent Blizzard anywhere in that fucking.
Yeah, I'm kind of
stuff, right?
surprised that I was sure that in your list there was World of Warcraft.
I was thinking about that, but I haven't played World of Warcraft that much, so the only thing I could have said was after Lich King, it went downhill. Like with the fucking Pandor stuff. Like fucking Canon DLC.
Don't start now or we are gonna rant for other 30 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much, DVD. It was a
Thanks
pleasure, as always. Thank you so much, Ansin. Oh, don't thank me. I'm sucking cocks right now. Oh, yeah. Okay, Ansin. Okay, don't worry. And yeah, see you next week. We still don't know what we are going to talk about. We are gonna think about this week because we are trying to keep the topics that we can talk for a lot of time. So yeah, we're gonna see during the week what to talk about next week. For now, thank you so much for watching. See ya. Go to check DVD channel because it's cool. Even if he doesn't stream that much, check him. And remember to check Abandonware, to check the YouTube channel where we are re-uploading all the podcast. See you next week, guys. Have a great day. Bye bye.
Take care.